No, no. No. Signorina. Deborah, please. Signorina, I need you to come alive in front of the camera, huh? Again. No, Scusa. What you are giving me now, I could be getting from a slab of prosciutto!
I'm sorry.
Perhaps a different pose, huh? Kate! Sit on the back of the seat. Encore, eh?
Overtime. This shoot is costing us a fortune. Now we're gonna have to pay.
What are you...
Time and a half.
What are you worried about? What was a few extra dollars when you're gonna wind up making millions?
This shoot is gonna wind up costing millions.
Subito. Subito, you're wasting my time. All of you! Subito! Presto! Stupido, non me lo credo. Non lo fare con questa ingrazio!
Oh, let me try. Hey, are you okay?
No, I'm not. I feel awful. I am trying to give Gino what he wants, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm letting everybody down.
No, you're not. And you're wrong about not being able to give us what we need.
How can you say that? You saw how horrible I was out there.
What I saw out there is an inherently beautiful young lady who's loaded with charm and talent and sex appeal. Unfortunately, I saw that same young lady trying too hard because she didn't believe any of that.
So what am I supposed to do?
Do what I told you earlier. Relax, be yourself. You have a quality that I was attracted to. And that same quality is gonna make you and Angel Burgers famous.
Yeah, if I stop dropping them in Keith's lap, maybe.
Mary Lynn, listen to me. I've got faith in you. I know a winner when I see one. And believe me, you are a winner. So come on, trust me. You go back over there, stand straight, relax, let the camera do the rest.
I don't know, honey. Okay, I'll try.
That's all I want. Now go back there and knock him dead.
Look, I'm sorry for all the trouble I've caused. Could you please give me another chance?
Bene. We try again. Ancora tutti! We take it from the beginning as originally envisioned, eh? Chi? Blanti. Bene. Bravo, finalmente!
I've no intention of hurting you. Your involvement in all this is quite accidental.
Why are you in here now? Aren't you afraid to be alone with me?
Whatever for?
Because I have nothing to lose. That makes me very dangerous. I could attack you, and then I could escape.
I seriously doubt you will. You're well aware that if you try anything foolish, your friends will suffer for it. So you see, you present not the slightest danger to me.
What do you want from me?
Ah, thank you, Alf. Just put it down on the table. Fine. Would you like some sherry, my dear? I've something to show you that I think you might find interesting. Quite a fascinating photograph, don't you think?
Who is this woman?
I understand your astonishment. I noticed the resemblance myself the minute I laid eyes on you.
I don't understand.
It's quite simple. This is Caroline. She was the love of my life. I fell in love with her the very first moment we met. However, much to my dismay, our marriage only lasted 3 years.
This was your wife?
Yes. An untimely illness took my dearest Caroline away from me 20 years ago. But now, in a very unusual way, she's come back to me.
I told my assistant to wire San Francisco so they could have somebody at the airport to deliver our message to Dee Dee when her plane lands.
Oh, that's great. Maybe we'll get a chance to talk to her then and find out why she was acting so strange at this party.
Yeah, I'd also like to know why she was going on about Delilah the way she did.
Well, what exactly did she say?
That was all rather cryptic, you know. It was something about how she knew how I felt over Delilah's loss because it hit her just as hard, or how she wore designs by Delilah because it made her feel closer to her.
Wait a minute, Rafe. Did you ever write Dee Dee the whole time she was in Europe?
I never knew where I could reach her. Delilah and I got a couple of postcards from
Wait,
O&D.
if you didn't write Dee Dee, I know for a fact that Vicky and Clint didn't write her either.
So?
So, when the hell did Dee Dee find out that Delilah disappeared?
Even with the...
Well, Dee Dee said her family wrote her about Delilah.
They didn't know.
Well, somebody must have told them.
Rafe, I'm telling you, I'm the one who told Peter Neal about it. I told him that Delilah had disappeared. He was surprised, and so was Pamela.
Yeah, but Dee Dee talked about it like she knew every detail.
Do you think there's a chance she may have talked to somebody on the way to this party?
No, I really got the impression she'd come straight from the airport.
How exactly was Delilah introduced into your conversation?
You know, come to think of it, it was right after she told you that she and Bo had been at Kennedy Airport last Thanksgiving.
Wait a minute. Kennedy Airport, that's exactly where Delilah was headed the night she disappeared, right?
You're right.
You don't think that maybe Dee Dee saw Delilah that night? Maybe she knows something about how she disappeared?
If that's the case, why didn't Dee Dee say anything to me last night? She kept telling me not to give up, the trust that Delilah would come home without telling me why. And why would she lie about hearing the news from her family? I mean, she was upset about Bo. Maybe she just wasn't thinking straight.
Vicky told me that she invited Dee Dee over to Lanfair to stay for a while. Now, why would she give up an opportunity to talk to old friends and just take off for Australia like this?
She's left us with a lot of unanswered questions. She better call so we can get some answers.
Doc, what'd you find out this time around?
Pretty much what I found the first time I examined Mrs. Holden. No specific indication of pregnancy. However, Gabrielle and I have agreed that the lab results are correct.
What, 1 minute here. You and Gabrielle agreed? I thought you were the doctor here.
Well, I am, but Mrs. Holden is the expectant mother. Very often a woman's instincts are more accurate than lab tests or examinations.
Max, I remember telling you and Dr. Davison that when I was pregnant with Al, the examination didn't prove anything till I was further along. Even the doctors in Argentina didn't feel I was pregnant. And then I gave birth to Al, and he's perfectly healthy and fine. So there's no need for worry.
Well, no, wait a minute. With that, I disagree. I mean, this is not your ordinary scenario. Therefore, I want to start you on a regimen of exercise, sleep, and a nutritional diet.
Is that really necessary?
Absolutely. I want you to make an appointment with my nurse to see me tomorrow, and I want to see you every week until the baby is born.
Very well. If you say so, I'll be here.
Good. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, Mr. Holden.
Thank you, Doctor.
Congratulations.
Hope you plan on following the doctor's orders.
And what business is that of yours?
Look, instead of us snapping at each other, why don't we just forget about the past? There's nothing we can do about it now, so what's the point? From now on, the baby comes before everything else.
You know, how many times do I have to tell you? I'm really not interested in any of your help.
I am not walking out on my kid.
Well, the only one you have to blame is yourself, okay? Because it's all of your insensitivity that may have spoiled any feelings that I ever had for you.
Don't you think it's just a little bit insensitive you're using Steve to get revenge against me?
Steve, before he was attacked, was looking forward to a life with me. And whether you like it or not, I'm going to see that he gets it.
And you remember Sarah? Well, I ran into her down in the cafeteria. The blind school's getting ready to open, you know, and she sends her best. In fact, all of your friends and family are really pulling for you, Steve, and looking forward to the time when they're going to share their lives with you again. And so am I. I just can't wait to meet you. I mean, you're like this poetic cowboy or something. And I have grown very fond of you. And, I wish I could do this for you, but I can't. You have to come out of this coma on your own. If you really want to come back to us, you're going to have to find your own way. And, Steve, you can do that. You can.
There she is. The sweet, lovely lady who's been by my side this whole time. Turn around! Turn around so I can see your face. Please. Why are you doing this to me? Why don't you let me see you? You beg me to fight this darkness, and then you taunt me by hiding from me. You keep your back to me, but I know if I could just see your face, I could free myself from this darkness. I have to see you. I have to free myself by opening this door and walking out into the light. I have to reach you. I can't. I can't. I want to, but I can't. It's no use. Let me know who you are. You're the reason I want to fight my way out. Please, give me strength.
Where do artificial lemons grow? Do they grow in lemon factories?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just hoping that John is going to be free to take this case, and I hope that you'll give whatever you've discovered to him to help him.
Who said anything about me dropping this case?
Excuse me? I think I fired you last night, remember?
Well, you may not be paying me, but I am not dropping this case, Renee. Renee, I cannot walk away from this. Now, I love Rob. And obviously, he is in some kind of trouble, and I have to help him.
Cassie, I understand that. I'm involved in this because I love Asa, but I cannot take the responsibility. If something should happen to you, please let John handle this.
I'm sorry I can't do it. But I promise you, I will fill you in on any leads I come up with before acting on them.
Lordy, Lordy, you are one stubborn young woman. Come on, I'll walk you to your car, and let's avoid her ladyship on the way out.
That's right.
Robert, it's the third time you've mentioned Wellesley Hall. Why are you suddenly so interested in the drafty old place?
Well, I just don't know much about your childhood. Didn't you say you used to spend the summers there?
Yes, and I hated it.
Why?
Because my father would do nothing more than sit around and reminisce about my mother. He just adored her, you know. I don't remember too much about her because she died when I was 2 years old. After that, I became Daddy's entire life.
So I noticed.
He'd do anything for me. And now that I'm married, I know that he's looking forward to the birth of his first grandson.
I thought we agreed to wait to start a family.
We did. And don't look so grave. I'm still taking the pill, but let's not wait too long. I'm so looking forward to us having children. Lots and lots of them.
You talked about your little girl the other day.
Yes, Sammy.
I must admit, the love evident in your voice touches me deeply. Caroline loved our daughter in the very same way. That's why her illness was so devastating to her. She knew she'd never see Joanna grow into the beautiful young lady she is today.
And certainly you can understand how painful it is for me to be separated from my daughter. Please, if I could just see her just once, I would be so grateful to you.
Lord Henry, I need to see you immediately.
We shall talk again.
Please, a mother's love for her daughter is a bond that should never be broken. Think about my request.
Whatever prompted you to go in there? I wanted to talk to one of the prisoners. You don't have to lower yourself to their level. From now on, please leave the questioning of them to me. It's quite all right, Garth. I didn't mind. Not in the slightest.
See. Hold it. Perfetto! Finita la commedia, as you say in America. It's a wrap.
You were terrific, kid.
Oh, you were so terrific, and you look so beautiful. And if you are the spokesperson for our angel burgers, then they're going to be a soaring success.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you so much for being patient with me. I'm sorry it took so long.
Hey, great ideas take time to reach the height of inspiration. Right, Gino?
If you say so. Now, please, clear the set so I can put things in order and go home.
We have to go back to the restaurant. You were terrific.
Hey, that goes ditto for me.
Via presto, eh?
You were wonderful. A natural.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you.
Nice, you could have. You just gotta believe it. You came through like a trooper.
Were you pleased with how it went?
I was very pleased. And whatever Randy said to you really worked. What was it?
Oh, well, he just told me to be myself, and if I did, that my natural sensuality would come through.
Well, he was absolutely right because you were incredibly sexy.
Don't say that.
Why?
Well, because I may have been able to fool Gino and Randy in the camera, but that still doesn't change the truth.
What truth?
I can't even make love to my own husband.
Clear as water.
How would you like to go dancing at Stars for a while?
Are you trying to put off taking me home to bed?
No, of course not.
Very well. I'd be happy to trip the light fantastic with you.
Great. Why don't you get a table while I settle up the bill?
Only if you promise not to keep me waiting.
5 minutes tops.
All right.
What's up? Any news from Dee Dee?
Nope. I waited around the hospital, but she never called. I spoke with my contact in San Francisco. He said he delivered my message to Dee Dee the minute the plane landed. Dee Dee took it, said she'd call, and obviously never did.
Are you sure the right person got the message? I mean, I didn't see her on the flight. Maybe she missed it, took another one.
What if this whole thing is just some kind of a ruse?
A ruse?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to Dee Dee on the phone over from Vicky's place. She said she was at the airport, right? But I didn't hear any of those airport noises. You know, the loudspeaker going off, people walking around.
You know, that's strange, especially if she was calling from a payphone.
Now, wait a minute. What's your connection to all this? Are you guys playing it straight with me? Is there something you're not telling me?
No. Dee Dee's a good friend. I'm just as concerned about her as the family is.
Look, Rafe, I had an idea. Why don't you call Australia? I mean, that way, as soon as she gets off the plane in Sydney, we can get her a message again.
Right, I'm way ahead of you. The plane gets in tomorrow afternoon, Landview time. Someone will be there with another message. I'm convinced that Dee Dee knows something about Delilah's disappearance. And I'm determined to find out what it is.
Look who's come home.
Are you okay?
I think I'll take this out. I don't think the governor would like to see his good sherry go to waste and him not be around to enjoy it. Oh, the album too, please.
What has been going on in you?
It's Lord Henry's wife. I look just like her. He came in here while you were gone and talked about her and how much he missed her since her death.
Oh, this is weird.
Yeah, it was really weird. I thought so too, but then I thought we could use this to our advantage.
How? If we play our cards right, this could be our ticket out of here.
Gabrielle, hi, I got your message. What's wrong? There's nothing with Steve, is it?
No, he's just lying there. Larry, please, you've got to tell me the truth. How much longer is he going to be in this coma?
Gabrielle, I've told you he could come out of that at any time.
Oh, I know, I've heard that, but I also know that the longer he stays in it, the less chance he has of coming out. Isn't that true? Larry, you must understand. I'm pregnant again, and I already have one child. I cannot keep going on false hopes. You've got to tell me the truth.
All right. I'm sorry, yes. The longer he's in a coma, the worse his chances are. I am sorry. Gabrielle, I really think the best thing for you to do is try to make a life for yourself.
Thank you for being honest.
I'm sorry. Is there anything I can do?
No. That's all right. I'm going to go and see him.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Steve. Oh, thank you for giving me what I have always wanted. The freedom to convince Max that he and I do belong together. And the time for him to feel how much he really does love me. I know he does. Physically and emotionally. I must get pregnant by him because he must never know that I'm lying about being pregnant now. But as soon as I'm carrying his child, we will be a family. And Steve, my sweet, loving Steve, you will be at peace. We can all get on with our lives without guilt. Goodbye.
My dentist has been telling me how to brush properly for all my life. Finally.